Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. So as you may have noticed, we've started half an hour early. Good reason for that, as it should say in the, yes it does, in the description. It's a box opening live. So I don't know if it's all of you boys or one of you boys or a few of you boys that have got together and sent me a little package, which is right here. So we're going to open that prior to the races tonight, but we are here live for the Just4Fun Driving Club Nordschliefe driving special races, whatever you want to call it. 3 laps, we're still at 3 laps by the looks of it, but we've got to wait obviously half an hour till the lobby starts. I mean, maybe if we get this box opening done quick enough, we'll maybe kick off with a race prior to that, we'll see. But that's what we've got lined up, so 3 lap races. Should get about 4 laps in Duke's evening. Bop and with a little bit of fuel consumption and tyre wear. It does change throughout the night, so it does alter the strategies throughout the night as well. And occasionally they throw a bit of weather in, so that can always change things up. But that's not why we're here half an hour early. Merch still available, stickers, hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. What we're here for is this little thing. Right. Let me make me bigger, shall we? So you can kind of see. Hold on. You haven't got to zoom into your phone. Look at that. There we go. All right. So parcel, just for fun. I've got to be careful. I don't want to be sort of spinning it around and giving away names of addresses. So I'll keep it sort of down here. But yeah, that's what we're here for tonight, to open this thing. So let's. Is it safe? Is it safe to open? There might be children watching. Let's hack this open a little bit then. Down there. It's been a bit tricky to turn up this thing. It was sent out, I think, before Christmas, and got sent back to the sender in Germany for whatever reason. The tracking number wouldn't work for, I don't think, either of us. So yeah, it got sent back. So is that open? Yeah, something's opening. All right. It's a little bit of rippage. But we're all right. Okay. Okay, a little bit of a letter. Oh yeah, sorry. That tells you how long ago it was sent. Dear. I hope you're listening, Jorg. It says Just4Fun Driving Club at the top there, look. And it says by Jorg Potkind. So lobby host, hello Anthony. We, Just4Fun and Ring Cafe. I said that out loud, sorry. Wish you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So yeah, sent out before Christmas. We should present to you with the trophy for your outstanding broadcast of our races on Saturday. This trophy is created entirely by Toti, Donkey Shot 82. Cheers, bro. I merely provided the initial idea. Many thanks to Dottie as well. I hope we'll have many more streaming evenings together. Best regards from Jorg Potkind and Toti Donkey Shot. P.S. Please don't miss the keychain and the important bottle opener included in this package. All right. So yeah, nice little letter from the boys. There you go, there you go. So don't lose stuff is what they've said. Let's just make sure there's nothing hiding. Okay, I think that's the box done. So that's what's arrived, look. Let's have a look. Oh my god. This thing's wrapped up better than the box. Okay, try not to fling stuff all over the floor. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, you wait. That's madness. Oh god, can't get into this kind of thing. Alright, let's get rid of some of that. How many layers? Okay. I don't even know where that's hiding. I don't quite. Okay, that's in there. Interesting. And then. Okay. I think that's it. Let's just hold that up to the light, make sure there's nothing hiding in there. Yeah, that's that done. Okay. Wow. I'm just trying to see what this stuff says on it as well before I sort of show it up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Boys. Oh my god. Okay, right. Okay, let's start off. So I've got like a little medallion thing. Just got the Just4Fun driving look. This is solid metal. I don't even know. I can't make it. It doesn't ding. It doesn't ding. All right. There you go. Just4Fun driving club. Little medal thing. And then if I flip that round, it's got my name at the top. Look. Just4Fun driving club and a picture of Nordschliefe with don't read that bottom bit. Don't read that bottom bit. Although, alright, I appreciate it, boys, because I know you were all together at the time. And then look at that. I don't know if I'm holding that the right way up at the minute. Let's have a look. Which way is that round? That way. Let's do that way. Can you read that? Can you see that? Got my logo on it. Look, dark smoker. Just see that? It's a bottle opener. Let's see if we can get that in there. Look at that thing. I'm assuming Dottie's like some mad engineer then. That's mental. And then the trophy. Jesus. Well, for starters, let me just show you the trophy for starters, and then we'll get down to some of the detail. So it's Nurburgring, Ring Cafe, Just4Fun, driving club on that. Check that out. Top streamer on the back. My logo again, Just4Fun driving club. But if you notice, anyone notice what shape that is? It's a PS5, people. It's a PlayStation 5. How mental's that? Boys, I'm gobsmacked. That's mad, that is. That's absolutely mad. Wow. Well, there you go. So yeah. Little medallion there. Don't know what to do with that. I might hang that on the golf bag. Need some better light in here, don't I? Yeah. Stuff on there. Bottle opener. Look at that. It's mad. My name on it. I can't really see it. It's not picking up too well. The light's not picking up too well. But yeah, that's all in there. And then yeah, the PlayStation trophy with the Berg on it. In the shape of a PlayStation 5. How mad. That's proper cool, that is. That's going up here with my other trophies, and I've got loads of go-karting trophies and medals up there, so that's going to sit up there as well. How cool is that? That's mad. I've got nothing to open, unfortunately. I'll pretend to open Right, there you go. This is my vape, but look. Phenomenal. I'm guessing, you know, do you do this for a living then, Dotty? Is that what happens? You just make things out of metal? That's mad. If you could see this, you see how many? Look, the whole thing. The whole thing's hollow. This bottle opener, keychain. That's mental. Loving that PlayStation. That's so cool. That's so cool. Wow. I'll chuck some pictures up on the Facebook page as well. Appreciate that, boys. I might even, yeah, I'll do a YouTube post with it on as well. Lovely. Look at that. Wow. I wonder what it was. I didn't know if it's going to be safe for work. That was some of the posters you've been sending me recently, Potkind. So, okay. Yes, gold bad keyring, bring it. Yeah, I will, Mark, I will. I know, it's cool stuff, isn't it, Dukes? Hey, how mad's that? That's some really cool stuff. What have we got? I've got flipping out, still got 20 minutes till 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's so cool. PlayStation, the PlayStation's even got USB ports, look, and power and stuff. How bonkers is that? I keep pushing it the wrong way in front of the camera. Yeah, that's the little PlayStation trophy. Like I say, that's going to go up on this shelf just above me with all my little go-karting stuff. The little medal, just for fun. Yeah, good. There we go. Come on, camera, you can sort that out. Yeah, Dotty must be some kind of mental case with metal then. I'm guessing this is laser cut or something, or maybe water jet. Ah, maybe water jet potentially. Boys, how cool! That's mad. What the hell? Hold on. It's not hollow. The keyring has got a little ball inside of it. See that? Is that the bit you couldn't get out, Dotty? That bit stuck in there. What's that for? That was just the rattly noise. I've got it stuck. Got a rattle to it. Random. Boys, I'm gobsmacked. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, actual PlayStation shape. Balmy. Balmy. Well, I don't know what to say. That's yeah, some really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Again, the trophy will go straight up there next to all the other stuff. Keyring will go on the bag. Bottle opener might end up on the golf bag as well. How cool. Okay, box opening done. There it is. No, so I didn't lose all the stuff. So yeah, nice little letter from the boys there, just saying thank you very much. And then yeah, some nice little metal gifts. Gobsmacked. Hey Tautons, what's going on? Have you just seen the things? Have you seen the things? I should have set another light up. You know what I'll do? I've got that, look. That might help a little bit. Showing it off a bit, maybe. Not directly at it. How cool. like I say, with power ports and flipping USB ports, and you might see the detail on this a little bit better. Oh, maybe not like that. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. It's all the logos from the boys. How cool's that? Then this thing, yeah, you might see the actual name in there. There you go. If it can focus. Stupid thing. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Bottle opener. How mental is that thing? You'll see it tomorrow, Mark. It's more mental in person, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't even know how you've made that. Don't even know. There's no weld seam on it. I'm intrigued now. Oh, maybe it was expanded metal with water, and then it's been water cut out. I don't know. I'm baffled, but I love stuff like that. I love it. Right, let's get rid of me. I do need to make my face bigger in that thing. Let's just have a little bit of faffing around with that. Sorry peeps, I wanted to keep the camera back a bit so you weren't just looking at my face when I was doing the opening. There we go. So let me put some sound on. So no new chat. Weighty as well, boys. It's weighty. That's the medallion. Clonk. That's the PlayStation. That's the little bottle opener. How cool. But yeah, cheers, boys. Again, the letter does state Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's how long ago it was boxed up. But again, something bonkers went. It's all three. Is it 3D printed? No way. No way. That's mental. 3D printed that. I was intrigued. Well, there you go. 3D printing. Wow. What can't we do now? Huh? Nothing's impossible now, is it? If we can 3D print that. Come on, camera. If we can 3D print that, then we can 3D print pretty much bloody anything, I think. Oh, come on. That's mental. That's madness. I'll have to bring this little I'll bring this little PlayStation with me as well tomorrow, Mark. You can have a look at that. That's balmy. But yeah, appreciate it, boys. Thank you very much. Again, that's going to go right up on there with the rest of the trophies. The keyring and the medallion will be hung proudly on the golf bag. Madness. 3D printed. Yeah, when you see it, mental. Well, like I say, I'll take some proper pictures and stick them up on the website. Do a little YouTube post about them and stuff like that as well. But yeah, appreciate it, boys. Wow. So this is what we're actually here for. Back to the racing. We're what's that? I'm glad you like it. It's a small thing. It's a bottle opener. Yeah. Donkey shot. Yeah. It's top stuff. Yeah. 3D printed again. I thought it was like laser etched or something. I didn't know about this key ring because it's a bit bonkers. But yeah, we're here for the Just for Fun Driving Club Nordschliefe race stream as per usual on a Saturday night, a little bit early while we were getting this box opening done, but that's done and dusted now, so we can crack on with the racing. If you want, people, it's entirely up to you. You can crack on with the racing now. I don't know if we've got everybody in the lobby. I know, oh, there's Mark. No Ace Killer. No Ace Killer. a lot of fresh faces in here tonight. Who's that? Kitty Boo. Basti Breaks, we've seen. Ram 4 Cheese, that's an interesting name. Lookty, we've seen before. Potkind, obviously. Appreciated, thank you very much. Patrick Alt Nick Town. Interesting. Koenigsschleiser, a regular. DT83, a new driver. Unique J, a new driver. Philip Lemk, have we seen you in the lobby before? I believe we may have once, potentially. Buxy and Brandon Mammoth, get that wrong, Denmark. Wow. Can you 3D print me a copy of GTA 6? That's what I want now. Yes, I knew it was a bot load. I knew it was a bot load now. It said in the letter, but I don't drink bottled beer often, and I'm going to have to buy some now just to use this. That's is there a logo on the inside of that as well? I know that logo. Why do I know that logo? Is it LKN or something? What's that on the inside of that? There's something going on the inside of that. Might just be arrows, but come on, phone. Turn the camera off. Turn the light off. There we go. Oh, okay. So while I've been chatting, we're about to start a race. Nearly missed it, peeps. That's what happens when I'm waffling and we're not on correct time scales. So we're going to kick off a little bit early with racing. Obviously now the unboxing is done. Oh, we're on to the 24-hour layout. I forgot we were doing this tonight. Okay. Box opening done. Racing gonna start again. 24-hour circuit tonight. I forgot we were doing this one. Not sure how he's got the grid set up. Looks like it's just as it is. So we've got the Grand Prix circuit and the Nordschleife all bolted together for this one. And race one is underway. So races will be a little bit longer, obviously. Can Kitty Boo hold it into turn one? Big Ram Cheese looking up the inside. Who can get the drive out though? Oh, it's Kitty Boo's managed to get away. Ram 4 Cheese just goes a little bit wide on turn two. There they all come then, streaming down towards the left, right, down towards that hairpin. Kitty Boo leads then. Ram 4 Cheese in second. Basti in third. Got Lookty in fourth. Limhuis in fifth. Koenigsschleiser in sixth. He does like that Beetle. Potkind Vector in the BMW in seventh. Patrick in eighth in the Porsche, being harassed by Alt Nick Town in the Audi R8 in ninth. Got Unique J in 10th. A little off the pace. Goes a little bit off road through there as well. Oh, it's DT83 also catches a little bit of gravel through that. It's going to run him slow. Philip Lemk getting past with that mistake then. Pushes DT83 down to 12th. Buxy in 13th. And Brandau Mammoth in 14th. Oh, look at this. Kitty Boo's made a mistake. Big Ram Cheese come through. Mercedes versus Mercedes as we head up towards the chicane. Oh, difficult. Big Ram Cheese getting that one all wrong. That allows Kitty Boo back into the lead. How clean is it going to be coming onto the Nordschleife? Come on, give me a better camera angle. Pan out, damn it. Oh, look, to get it a little bit wrong through there. Loses the tail, manages to gather it back up, but loses a fair bit of time to Big Ram Cheese. And we're back on to the Nords then, a favourite track. Fair few Ferraris in this one tonight, fair few Mercedes as well. Patrick on the back of that first pack. Then Unique J, next man on track, in 9th. Philip Lemp in 10th. Then this pack a little off the pace of those front 8 drivers. Oof, DT off track again. Oh, and off track again. Brandau's managed to make a position up into 13th. Altnick Town has got it all wrong somewhere. Put that Audi in the wall at some point. Look at this. Kitty Boo under all sorts of pressure from Ram Big Cheese. Backs off early. You can't go too wide through there. Lookty bolted onto the rear end of Big Ram Cheese as well. Big heavy tail end on this Mercedes. Oh, a little bit wide. Stays on track though. Top 3 pulled a bit of a gap now for, oh, a little bit of a squirrel there for Big Cheese. Top 3 then, about 3 seconds ahead of the next pack on track. Potkai Vectra leading that little pile. He's being harassed at the moment by Patrick 86 in that Porsche. Basti Brakes in the Ferrari. Not too far off the pair of those two. Another gap back to Lim Hui's. Buxy hanging on with him, along with Koenig Schleiser. DT83 still there. He's found himself with a half a second penalty though. Have we lost a driver already? Was it that Union J, was it? I think he's gone. Yeah, the penalty for DT83, unfortunately. Altnick Town back up to 11th and Brandau drops to 12th. Already losing drivers from this first race then. Kitty still leading. Ram Big Cheese hanging on to him. Both the Mercedes pulled a little bit of a gap from Lookty. Have I? Yes, I have turned the sound on. Yeah, they are very well made, Duco. Through the right-hander then, up towards the carousel. Everybody hitting those big curbs. You can see how high they are. Into this banked carousel then. Oof, gets a little bit tail happy out of the back end of the carousel there, Kitty. Holds on to that lead, but Ram is right up his rear end now. Tricky part of the course though. It's tight corner after tight corner on this particular part of the section of the track. You can see just out of one corner straight into another. These two getting ever closer. Oh, look, to having a little sneaky look up the inside. It could have been treacherous for the pair of them. A little bit wide around there as well. Again, that just hangs on to it. Exploring those track limits, these boys. Over the brow of the hill, back down. Oh. Pulls a tiny bit of a gap then up front then, Kitty. Can Ram Big Cheese and Lookty closing back up. They're still just within slipstream range, but that Ferrari is right on the heels of Big Ram Cheese. I've got his name the wrong way around. It's Ram Big Cheese. Lookty in that Ferrari, almost pushing Ram around this circuit. There's Potkind in 4th, just 1.8 seconds off the 3 in front. Patrick has managed to stick right with him as well around this first lap. Basti Brakes not too far behind those two in 6th. 2 seconds back. Lim in 7th, almost 10 seconds back, being harassed by Schleiser in that Beetle. Altnick Town making his way back through the field into 9th, DT83 in 10th. He's going to have to lose that half a second penalty on this straight. Buxy in 11th, Brandau 12th. Whoa, absolute chaos up front. Slipstream's kicking in then, everyone's looking for a position. Ram Big Cheese gets his way to the front. Looks like he's going to hold on to it as we end lap 1. Hopefully everyone remembers we're doing the 24-hour circuit and doesn't decide to get to the end of this next corner and turn right. No, everyone's gone straight on. Good. Battle still on for the lead though as they come up to the line. Kitty just nips down the inside. That gives him the advantage into turn 1. Oh, he pulls a bit of speed actually down there. Ram goes for the wider line for the cutback. Hold on to that inside line into this next turn. It's not worked though. Pushed himself a little bit wide there. Almost came under attack from Luchty. Patrick as well, using that slipstream to get his way past Potkine Vectra into 4th then. Potkine now 5th. Basti 6th. Lim in 7th. Schleiser still 8th. Not swap position there. Altnick Town in 9th. DT83 likes driving off this circuit. Lost that penalty now though. Got Buxy behind him in fair while behind him actually, 7.8 seconds back. There's a big gap back to Brandau just coming up to turn 1 actually. It's going to be a long race for him. Kitty then through the S's along the back straight of the GP circuit. Unfortunately, Ram Big Cheese in no position to go for an attack out of that slipstream range, as is Luchty. Top 3 have broken up now. That brings Patrick right into the slipstream of Luchty though. 3rd place could be on here for a battle in lap 2. And here we go then, back onto the Nords. Kiddu still leads, Ram Big Cheese still 2nd. They have swapped places once, but Kitty managed to get that one back. Look how close Patrick is to Luchty now. It'd be nice. Oh, Potkine finds himself with a half a second penalty. He's taken a little bit of a shortcut somewhere then. Basti breaks 6. If he can put a good lap in and stay this close to Potkine, regardless of what else happens, he should be able to overtake him when that half a second penalty gets lost at the end of lap 2. He's just got to stay there. Oh, Lim's found himself with a half a second as well here. I wonder where they're catching that. Oh, and Schleiser. Wonder if it's the end of the straight or the beginning of the straight going a little bit too wide. Oh, Schleiser just getting that Beetle into drift mode around there. Altnick in 9th still. DT83 10th. Buxy 11th. Brandau still 12th. Again, long way down for Brandau. Top 4 then have pulled a little bit of a gap. There is gaps between them. There they are. Oh, Luchty getting that one wrong. Patrick comes through and says, yes, thank you very much. I'll have that 3rd place. Tiny little mistake there by Luchty, but it was enough. Patrick was certainly on the ball to pick up on that little mistake. Stuck himself through. Into 3rd he goes. Luchty then down to 4th. Basti breaks in 5th. Oh, what's happened to Potkine Vectra? He's lost. He's not even on the scoreboard at the minute. Lim Hoos is now in 6th place. Schleiser 7th. Altnick Town in 8th. It's Potkine Vectra down in 9th. Oh, Soft tyres. Soft and probably dirty tyres actually on Potkinds. DT83. Still ripping around here. Buxy not too far off the back of him now though. There was 11 seconds, it's down to 3. He's finding something then, Buxy, to bring it to DT83. Brandau Mammoth. Maybe new to this course. Struggling a little bit. Look at that. Kiddie Boo has managed to break away now a little bit. 2.1 seconds up front. Halfway round lap 2, race 1. Can't hear the car. What do you mean you can't hear the cars? Why can't you hear the cars? It's on. You should be able to hear the cars. Tell me if you can hear the cars now. It's on. Hold on. I can't hear anything. Any better? Let me just have a look at this. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why is it all screwing me about? It says it's on. Output and monitor on. What the hell? What's going on? Why can't you hear the cars? Oh no. That's game mode at full blat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. Why? Where's the Elgato? Let me just see if the Elgato is running. Is it picking up sound? Oh. I don't know. It's all on. It's saying it's on. Oh, stupid bloody thing. I don't know. Global settings. No, I don't want that. Wow. Wow. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. What the hell? Alright, let's go global. See if that goes. Yeah, desktop audio on. Oh, okay, shit. That might be it. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Wow. Unreal. That might be why it was turned off on the stream last week. On Sunday night, Chris. Okay, Big Ram Cheese has entered the pits. Yes, yeah, I've got some stupid setting turned off. Goddamn stupidness. And I don't even know why I turned it off. I don't even know if I did turn it off. I don't know. God damn it. I tell you what, this software sometimes does play games. Okay, right. Now relax and get out of panic mode. In fact, let me just unpanic myself a little bit more. Stay hydrated, people. So Kitty Boo then didn't stop at the pits. He's obviously on the medium tyres, so they can run a little bit longer. Lookty stayed out as well, but his tyres are screaming out to be changed. He's going to be an absolute world of hurt by the end of this lap. They're not going to have a lot of grip, or they're going to have no grip left in them at all, if he can even make it round. Patrick's going to be in exactly the same position. Basti Brakes is closing up on those two. Again, those mediums looking good. On Nick Town in 5th on those mediums as well. He's managed to slowly crawl his way through to 5th position. Big Ram Cheese then, sorry, Ram Big Cheese has stopped. He's put the softs on. Oh, but that's not helped him out one little bit as the back end steps out through there. And around he goes, so any chance of chasing down the leaders now is pretty much gone. He was about 20 seconds behind. Now he's going to be nearly 40 by the time he's fully up to full race pace. Koenigschleiser stopped as well. He's out in 7th on a fresh set of softs. DT83 hasn't come in. He's found himself with another penalty though. Popkine Vectra stopped, lost that penalty into 9th. Brandau in 10th. We've lost a couple more drivers from this one. Look at this, Kitty Boo. Those mediums working well here across those 3 laps, even if it does include the GP circuit. It was put under a bit of threat early on from Ram Big Cheese, but with his departure into the pits, that's left a wide open gap between him and now Lookty. But again, Lookty in trouble at the end of this one. Basti Brakes already past Patrick. Those warm soft tyres just slowing those boys down a bit, costing them a little bit of time. But Basti Brakes on those semi-warm mediums can still put a lot of pressure on those. I can't see it being long before he's overtaken Lookty. Don't think he'll be in a position to catch Kitty. There's Kitty just over the brow of the hill. Count him out though, Basti. He's got past Lookty. He's got clear air in front of him. Let's see if he can get past Lookty before the end of this lap. Again, Lookty's tyres absolutely devastated. It's a little bit squirrely out of there. Basti Brakes physically, having to back off the throttle. Braking away earlier, can't turn anywhere near as tight, can't accelerate out of the corners quite as quick. Oh, both drivers having a little bit of a wobble through there. Looked, he just hangs on to that position by the skin of his teeth coming into the left-hander. A little bit wide through there, great. Oh no, 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 the tyres light up, it's snowing here again. Running slow, Patrick goes through as well. What a shame for Basti. He was on for a good 2nd position then. The tyres just decided to let go. He could still get past Patrick and retake 3rd, but he was on for 2nd then. So Kitty now then 5.4 seconds in front. Lookty in 2nd. He's now got 3.5 pretty much seconds back to Patrick in 3rd. Basti, for that little mistake, drops to 4th, but he should get back past to 3rd at least. Old Nick Town in 5th. Loading race for him at the minute. 11 seconds in front to Basti, 16.5 seconds back to Ram Big Cheese. He's on a fresh set of softs as well for this final lap, so compress as hard as he wants, as is Koenigschleiser. DT83 finds himself with another half a second penalty, but nobody really anywhere close to him. Popkine Vectra still 10 seconds back. Brandau Mammoth almost a minute behind him. many wobbles from him, but nothing dramatic enough to send him off track or anything like that. There was a tiny mistake which allowed Ram Big Cheese through. But then he managed to retake that position. Back into first he went. And that's where he stayed. 6.8 seconds lead now then. Lupti in second. Basti breaks back past Patrick and almost on the tail of Lupti. Might just get that second position back then actually. Oh yeah, he's all over. If I just have a jump on board with Lupti, all four tyres are pretty much red. You can see Basti breaks just able to take those slightly faster lines. Find a gap past Lupti through this tricky section here. He waits to the dotting straight and just stamps the throttle. Oh, he's through there. Lupti's handed that position over. Basti goes through then. He's 9.5 seconds off of Kiddie, so I think that's done and dusted. Kiddie just heading down towards the mini carousel now. Almost falls out a bit right at the end, but stays on track. Swallowtail to go, and then it's just the Dottinger straight. Last couple of corners, and across the line for a race one win then for Kiddie. Hazards on. He's all relaxed. Basti Breaks has got himself into that second position then, pulled masses of time over Lupti. Lupti can't use that slipstream to go for any kind of overtake back on him. Patrick in fourth. Old Nick Town's only 2.7 seconds behind him. Everybody almost out of fuel though. He does have trouble with these tyres, Patrick, yes you do. So Kiddie then stamps on the throttle, heads down towards the line for race one win then tonight. Basti Breaks actually not too far behind him, made up a couple of seconds before the end of that race. Comes home in second position then. Lupti takes third. Struggling to get that thing going in a straight line by the looks of it. Takes fourth though. Old Nick Town does come home in fifth. He did close that gap up massively at the end, 1.9 seconds behind him. And Big Cheese then going to have to settle for sixth place. Or second before coming into the pits. Koenigsleiser taking seventh. DT83, seeing with a couple of penalties on board unfortunately, but he's going to come home in 8th position. Backwards as well, gets extra style points. Parkheim Vectra, last couple of corners for him. He's going to take that 9th position then, and then we just wait for Brandau. I don't think we're going to see Brandau finish. He's another minute behind Parkheim. Here he is. Just coming onto the carousel, onto the Dottinger. Will he take a checkered flag? I don't know what the game's set up to. It's usually a sort of, I think it's a time limit after the race. There you go. After the race winner crosses the line, I think it's like a minute or a minute and a half or something, whatever you set it to. There he is, Enrico Gliotnito. First attempt, but no. Kiddie takes race one win. Okay, So, Kitty Boo then. Let's see who else we've got in the room. Mark's back. Basti, Ram4, Lookty, Popkind, Patrick, Ace Killer, Altnick Town, Vossi's in the house. Koenig Schleiser, DT83, Brandau, Beastie Bub's in the house as well. Oh, we've just lost Altnick Town. Okay. Ah well. Ah well. So if you were late to the stream, and you can see the title, the boys have sent me some little things. They've sent me a little one of those, little medallion thing, medal thing. Just flip that round. The Nurburgring, Just for Fun. My logo on there. They've sent me this, which is absolutely bonkers. Fully hollow with a ball in it. There's a bottle opener. So that's got my name in it as well. And then check that out. A PlayStation shaped trophy with the Nurburg. How can I get that? There you go. Look at that. Let's see if we can get that shining. There you go. Good on that. How cool's that? Hey? That's mad. And then yeah, Nords. Nords is on there as well, because that's obviously right behind us. Much appreciated, boys. All 3D printed as well. Metal 3D printing. Absolutely bonkers. Wow. Lobby's emptied while I've done that. Down to 8 drivers. If you're bored and you're listening, you want some racing, get in. Plenty of space. Popkind Vector. I've had him as a friend, or find me. So yes, it's the full which circuit? The 24-hour circuit tonight, not just the Nordschleife. We've got the GP circuit bolted on as well. Gives us the full 24-hour circuit. Don't know if there's going to be weather. Potentially, it has looked a bit frosty on the backside of the course in race 1. God damn it! There's another driver gone. Down to 7. What happens? Where do they go? I get it, you know, Brandau, a minute and a half behind everyone else, not getting on too well. He leaves. Who's that throwing themselves in the ring? It's going to be a regular or a newcomer. What do we think? Oh, it's Brandau back. Interesting. Oh, it's not Brandau, it's brand new. It's brand new Mammoth. What does Mammoth mean? Huh? Do I need to Google that? Just a Mammoth then. Just a brand new Mammoth. Okay. Aha, Gudicurl is in the house as well. A returning, not regular, but He has appeared. Okay, tyre wear and has been changed to ×4. Didn't see what it was set out at the beginning of the race. No, race 1. I can see me running out of hydration here, people. That's not enough, is it? That's not enough. I shall nip at the end of race 2 and go and re-up my whiskey and coke. Can't stop looking at these things, they're bonkers. That keyring's nuts. And that bottle opener, absolutely nuts. 3D printed. Look at that. Hollow metal with a ball in it somewhere. Somewhere there's a ball in it. I may have got the ball stuck. Just give it a little. There we go. Just needed a little nudge. There you go. Okay, nearly missed the second race start. Look, distracted by metallic things. It's easily done. If you'd have made it shiny, you might not have got any commentary tonight. Okay, here we go then. Race 2. Just 8 drivers on track for race 2. Let's go on then. Everybody getting a good start. Gets away well though. Looks like he's going to hold on to the lead coming into turn 1. Ace Killer under threat. Good curl. Oh, Vossi comes in like an absolute torpedo. Somebody else parked up at the side of the track there. Somebody else running slow. Oh no, it was Mar. Oh my god. From race lead to last. Because he got pummeled. I don't know if it was by Vossi or somebody else, but around he went. That puts Ace Killer into race lead then. Gouda Curl's not having any of that though. He's having a little run and then down towards the hairpins, but Ace Killer, oh, struggling at this 24. The GP circuit, I think, a little bit, maybe with the lights, tiny bit glary. Should we jump on board and we'll see how gnarly it is? Oh yeah, Jesus, wow. Nurburgring flashing his lights as well. It's like being at a rave. Drivers are off all over the place. There is Popcorn Vectra having a little sneak up the inside there. Can he hold that one into the chicane coming up? Just, oh, it's Killer's off through there. It's chaos already in lap 1. So let's start. Now we've hit the Nordschleife, everyone's in some kind of order. It's Gouda Curl that comes out on top. Vossi 2nd, Popcorn 3rd, Beastie 4th, Koenigsleiser 5th, Ace Killer drops to 6th, Mart 7th, Brand New Mammoth in 8th. Chaos around the GP circuit. Curl almost off track through there himself. You can see well enough, it's not like it's dark. through there. Well, it looks a lot slower at night for some reason. It's a hell of a lot slower. Gudicole leads then 3 seconds over Potkind. Vossi right behind him. Oh my god, Beastie Bub, what were you doing? It was all over the place. Königsschleiser was firing down towards the hairpin, being chased by Ace Killer. Mart actually slowly clawing his way back to the field. 2.4 seconds back at the moment. Within visual distance of those drivers in front. Brand New Mammoth already unfortunately 18 seconds off the pace. Gudicole then 3-second leads dropped dramatically. It's down to 2.2 seconds. Potkind Vectra into that second position now then. That's the gap. A little bit wide there. Oh, he's off track. He's off track. It's catching everybody out here tonight. So back on track, but into 7th. There's only Brand New Mammoth behind him. So it will change again then. Gudicole leads now by 4 seconds. Vossi drops himself into 2nd place after Potkind's departure. Beastie Bub in 3rd. Königsschleiser 4th. Ace Killer 5th. Mart 6th. Potkind Vectra 7th. Brand New Mammoth in 8th. Can anyone close up on Gudicole then? Vossi, next man on track to do so. 4.4 seconds behind him. Big gaps developing here already. Beastie Bub another 2 seconds behind Vossi. Königsschleiser too far off. There's a little pile starting to come through here. Then Beastie, Königsschleiser, Ace Killer and Mart. Potkind Vectra 3.2 seconds off of Mart. Brand New Mammoth still feeling his way around here in the dark. These 4 really where the closest battle is. Who's that off there? Is that Königsschleiser? Yeah, in the Beetle. This Killer tries to go past him. Oh, Concertina up then, coming into the carousel. They're all actually very, very close. Ace Killer, Königsschleiser, Vossi and Beastie Bub. Nice rear wing there, Ace Killer, I'm liking that. Session has joined the room, really stick around. Oh, everyone slams the brakes on again, gets a little bit close through there. Oh, looking for a way round Königsschleiser at the moment. That's gone a little bit wide through there, dipped a wheel on the grass himself. Rear end of that BMW goes round, drops himself to 7th. Potkind Vectra gets back past through. Okay, let's run back through then. Gudicole is having the time of his life at the moment, 8.5 seconds lead. Beastie Bub in 2nd. Vossi in 3rd. There's Königsschleiser not too far off of him in 4th. There's Killer just 1.1 seconds back in 5th. Potkind 6th. Mart 7th. Brand New in 8th. Gudicole still finding time here. 9 seconds lead then. Into the Swallowtail he goes. Into the Dottinger straight. Tyres looking good. Fuel looking good. to come in. 10 seconds lead. He won't be able to get in and out before they come past him. I want to try and carry on extending that lead and drop in at the end of lap 2. What do we think? Is he coming in? Oh, that's the wrong pit lane. Idiot. 24-hour circuit, so it would be now, but he's not peeling over to the right, so he's not coming in. Let's have a look. Will anyone else risk it? Potkind comes in. He's decided, and he's on the soft, so he's decided he's had enough of those. Oh, Mark's got it backwards again. Big damage, engine damage. Don't see that very often. That's him almost out of this race. So good curl, still leading, still pulling a little bit of time up front as well. Gap just stretches to 10.2 seconds. Beastie in second, can't bring anything to good curl in the Aston. Killer finds himself in third, then using the slipstream to get past Koenigschleiser and Vossi, I think. Opting for the hard tyre then, Ace Killer, looking like he's not going to bother with a pit stop maybe. Can he save enough fuel? That's the question. Koenigschleiser with a half-second penalty, he's only just picked that up. A tiny little bit more fuel than Ace Killer in front of him. Vossi, tyre still looking good. Fuel very similar to Koenigschleiser in front. Potkind back out the pits then, fresh set of mediums. Gets back out on track in front of Brand New. Mart also dropped himself in the pits without damage. Gets his car repaired, and so a fresh set of racing mediums. Off this man here, Goody Curl, now 11.6 seconds. Aston looks like it's working well here then. Again, nobody on track in front of him, nobody in his rear view mirrors. You can just press that throttle. Beastie Bub then still leads the next little pack. Koenigschleiser. Half a second penalty on for him. Vossi clear of penalties, hot on the heels. Oh, not anymore, he's not. I was just about to say hot on the heels of Koenigschleiser, and then he decides to drive off the track and onto the grass. Gives a little bit of time to Koenigschleiser and brings Ace Killer a tiny bit closer to him as well. Potkind Vector after his pit stop, 28 seconds down. Brand New, another 29 seconds down. And then Mart. Oh. Okay. Mart's doing a lap in reverse. Interesting. Hopefully he gets himself pointed the right way before these boys catch up with him. Just making it look easy at the minute then, Gouda Curl. 12.5 seconds lead now. Tiny twitch through there. Beastie unable to close the gap on Gouda Curl, but he is pulling a little bit of time on Koenigschleiser. Koenigschleiser has found himself with a mirror full of Vossi. It's going to be slowing him down in some of these sections. Oh, a tiny bit of contact between those two. Vossi desperate for a way past Fortunately, that is just allowing Ace Killer to get a little bit closer to them as well. Time. 5 seconds still between them. Now will we see Ace Killer on the hards, braking a little bit late through there. I think he just forgot he was on the hard tyres for a split second. That has allowed that gap to open up. 2 seconds now between 2.1 actually. They're still fighting for this position here though. He does finally get his nose in front. Schleiser trying to carry the speed around the outside, drops himself off track. There's Ace Killer closing up on him now. He's still got a half a second penalty to lose as well. Has allowed Beastie Bub to break away a tiny bit, 2.6 seconds ahead of those boys behind. Unfortunately, that Porsche just lost itself through there, didn't it? Got a little bit squirrely. Gudicurl has made up more time, 14.5 seconds lead now then. Just over the halfway point of race 2. Pretty easy. So what can Beastie do now in this position? He's got no chance of catching up with Gudicurl unless Gudicurl decides he's going to launch it off the track itself. Vossi is 2.1 seconds behind him. Pulled a big old gap from Schleiser. Has allowed Ace Killer to go through there, just leaves the door open for him. Schleiser drops to 5th then, Potkind in 6th. Has stopped, got fresh tyres on. Should last him to the end. I'm assuming he put fuel in as well, so he won't have to stop at the end of this lap. Brand new stopped at the end of lap 1, as did Mart, so they should all be running to the end. On the other hand, has got to stop at the end of this lap. Yeah, I think he'll be out of fuel. Well, out of fuel, but he'll need to stop for fuel, I think, and he'll probably change his tyres while he's in there. Again, with a 15-second lead. I think he'd be daft not to. Beastie probably have to stop for fuel as well. His tyres look a little bit better than Gudicurl's in front. Vossi's tyres looking pretty much the same as Beastie's, but that gap has absolutely diminished. Look at this, Vossi all over the back of Beastie. He's got the run into the Dottinger straight all wrong. Can Beastie retake that position using the slipstream? He switches out for the move, side by side. Ahead of Vossi. Absolutely neck and neck between these two. Oh, he just backs off. The throttle allows Vossi to go back through. Okay, so we are going to see pit stops now then. Gudicurl is coming in. Vossi. Oh, Vossi, wrong pit lane. Wrong pit lane. Oh my God. Oh, he'll be absolutely swearing. I don't even know what German swear words are, but he'll be saying them all. He'll be saying them all after that. So Ace Killer stays out. He's risking it for a biscuit with that fuel. He's on the hard tyre, so he didn't have to stop. They will do 3 laps. Gudicurl, unfortunately though, gets released not too far behind him on a brand new fresh set of soft tyres. There he is. Not too far ahead at all then, Ace Killer. Just 3.3 seconds. Gudicurl probably going to make short work of him on this fresh set of softs. Schleiser was risking it as well. He's sticking with those tyres, sticking with that fuel. Potkind didn't need to stop. Stopped at the end of lap 1. Beastie comes out with a fresh set of softs, plenty of fuel. Vossi, fresh set of softs, enough fuel. There's brand new up the Dottinger. There is a Mart actually facing the right way now. Did catch him doing a little bit of the lap backwards. On purpose he was doing it. So, Ace Killer, how long can he fend off Gouda Curl? If you can get, yeah, once he's onto the Nordschleife, you can make that BMW pretty wide in a lot of sections. There's only a couple of places really where you can attack in the first part of the circuit. 1 or 2 places in the middle if you're really brave, and then the Dottinger straight. But the battle is on then. Ace Killer leads. Gouda Curl is almost pushing him around this first couple of corners of Nords. You can just see how much quicker those soft tyres are. He's able to get the throttle down a hell of a lot earlier than Ace Killer. Absolutely nowhere for him to go through this first few corners. Left, right, left, right, left, right. He's got a little opportunity if he can get a good drive out of here. Gets a wobble on though. He's not going to be able to overtake him. Might be able to get him around this right-hander at the top. He's going to carry more speed through. Killer. He's giving him plenty of room. Not going to make it the easiest for him, but he is giving him the room where he needs to. Down towards the hairpin. Nowhere to overtake coming out of here either. He's pushing though. There's Killer. Has he got a calm enough head? Is he going to keep his head? Is he going to remember he's got the hards on? And not go flying off track like we saw him do earlier. Just see how much easier Gouda Curl is finding it going around these corners. Again, fast section here. He's going for the move. And gets it. I didn't think it was going to be long, but there it is, into the lead then. You're only going to see him pull away from Ace Killer now. There you go, look, Ace Killer going a little bit deep through that turn with those harder tyres. That gap just going to keep increasing as they go around these corners. As long as Gouda Curl can keep it on track, that is. That's always a good part of racing, really. He's got to do it all again then. Just a little bit short of halfway round lap 3 here. There's a couple of opportunities coming up, but if he's got to be bolted right to the back of Ace Killer to take advantage of him. A little bit of a section down here, down towards the hairpin. It's not quite a hairpin, but it may as well be. It's a good drive out of here then. And gets it. Again, this is not a straight, but it may as well be because it is pretty much full throttle all the way down here. See, getting closer to Ace Killer in front then. You've just got to find that opportunity, find that gap. Again, just decides to back off through there. Knows where he can and where he can't go for these positions. Ace Killer making these hard tyres work as hard as they possibly can to keep Gouda Curl behind him. Gouda Curl risking it again, sticking 2 wheels properly on the grass there. That could have lit the rear of that Aston up. Sent him absolutely flying, but he's only got to stick here really. He's just got to hang on to Ace Killer and go for the move. He's got a good drive out of the chicane though, and not chicane, the carousel. And into the lead he goes. Hopefully he can stick on the grey stuff and do exactly what I said he should and start pulling away. So Gudekerl leads then, almost just over halfway round lap 3. Ace Killer second, Königsschleiser into third, Vossi fourth, Beastie Bub in fifth, Popkind 6th, Mart in 7th, Brand New in 8th. So Ace Killer has absolutely worked Gudekerl. Look at the wear on those fronts on Gudekerl. He's absolutely had to put the pressure on Ace Killer. For them to be that worn at this stage in the race after a pit stop. Ace Killer's hard tyres have lasted him pretty damn well. Obviously nowhere near as quick as everybody else is, but it has allowed him to squeeze into second position with nobody in striking distance behind him. Königsschleiser 11.4 seconds back. Ace Killer doing a damn good job of keeping Gudekerl in his sights, still only a second ahead of him with that softer tyre as well. There goes Gudekerl, there goes Ace Killer. No slipstream for you though, Ace Killer, a little bit too far back. I think it's going to end as we are now then. Königsschleiser third, again nobody really close enough to give him any kind of grief. Vossi under threat then from Beastie. These two have been neck and neck pretty much all race. They're both on a fresh set of softs, they've both got the same amount of fuel on. It's going to be a drag race to the line. There is Popcorn Vectra trying to close up on the pair of them, but he's 2.8 seconds off those two. A full minute back. And Brand New even further, another 20 seconds back. There he is, Gudekerl around those last couple of corners, and he is going to come home to take race 2 win. There it is, Ace Killer comes home in second. Königsschleiser front's absolutely broken as well. Look at those. And he will take third position. Decent result. Vossi hangs on to it. Beastie Bub not able to get past him up the Dottinger Straight. Fourth place for Vossi then. Fifth place for Beastie. Sixth place for Popkind. Again, I don't know whether we're even going to see Mart or Brand New cross the line. Is he going for fastest lap? He can't be going for fastest lap. Many dents on that BMW from Mart. Got taken out at the beginning of lap 1, literally turn 1. And then we saw him pretty much smashing into that wall in front of you now. Ended up with all sorts of damage on that car. But he does just get to finish then, crosses the line, takes 7th. Brand New, you might not see then. Gonna be close. Does he get the last couple of corners right? Yes, he does. Oh, we don't get to see him cross. Okay. There he is, Gudekerl then, on that top spot. Again, made it look pretty easy, to be honest. Well, There we go. Race 2 in the bag. There he is, Good Curl up top. Ace Killer 2nd, Koenig's Riser 3rd, Vossi 4th, Beastie 5th, Potkind 6th, Mart 7th, and Brand New in 8th. Yeah, that was a decent strategy by you though, Ace Killer. If you hadn't been tangled up with the rest of the pack and managed to maybe, you know, get a decent bit of pace, you might have just taken that. Right, I'm going to go and top up my hydration, people, because that's going now. I'll be back. Don't let them start a race without me. Back, you crazy animals. I'm back. Good Curl! Evening, bro. I hadn't abandoned stream. I'm still here. Priorities, bro. My whiskey and coke had run out. Can't have that. Fuel consumption's gone up this time as well. I did Beastie. I did catch Vossi's. Well, I didn't catch it and crashing into the pits. I just caught him in the pits, but not in the pits. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. That's Beastie, right? Beastie. Oh, not that. Someone was bound to do it. I forgot in race 1. I forgot we were doing the 24-hour circuit. So I said, you know, are people going to pull into the pits now? And then nobody did because it was the wrong pit lane. Okay. Race 3 round the corner. You're wrong, and Beastie. Laughing at other people's misfortune. Yeah, I can imagine it was quite amusing. Because I can quite imagine, because I've done this stuff, ripping up the Dottinger Straight, talking to yourself, going, it's not the first pit it's not the first pit. It's not the first pit. And then to see someone else just peel off into the first pit when it's not the first pit, yeah, I can imagine that was quite funny. Hopefully you're all in a lobby chat together and you're all laughing hard at Vossi. Yeah, someone was bound to do it. So, what I haven't done, which I shall do now. Let's put that on. Let's turn that on. There we go, look. The Just4Fun driving club website, which is, hold on, just there, look. Plenty to look at on here. More than just a club. Yep. Loads going on. Okay, don't make me miss. Race start. Turn that off. There we go. Okay, still just 8 drivers then. So reverse grid from previous race results. Put brand new at the front, Mark second, Popkind in third. Oh, it's not a great start there by Beastie. I think he's still laughing at Vossi's expense. Oh, it's all changed at the front. Gudico getting an absolute stormer off the line. Where's he gone? All the way up into third position, from the back of the grid as well. What a drive from him. He saw the openings and decided he was going to make his car fit in them, and did so. So Mark leads then, Vossi second, Gudico after that amazing start drops into third, Koenig Schleiser fourth, Ace Killer fifth, Beastie sixth, brand new Mammoth in seventh. What's going on here? What's going on here? There we go, idiot. Got mental things going on. And then Popkind Vectra in 8th. Why is it all cracking out on me? There we go. More discombobulated tonight, people. I don't even know what's going on. I think that the early starts absolutely rattled me. I don't even know. Then under threat from Gudico. Oh, Gudico though, he's gone a little bit wide. Dipped some wheels into that gravel. Lucky to keep that out of the wall, to be honest. But it's caused him all sorts of issues, all the way down to 7th position there with just brand new Mammoth behind him. Gives his tyres a bit of a clean on the run up to the chicane. Now all that hard work off the line. Going from the back of the pack to third, he's pretty much got to do it all again. So Mark leads, Vossi in second. Let's get ourselves on with Vossi. In fact, let's not just look at a pair of headlights. Imagine everyone's opted for the medium tyre in race 3. Not then. Not able to pull away just yet, still within slipstream range of Vossi. He's also dragging Koenig Schleiser and Ace Killer along for the ride. Beastie Pug and Popkind just in the background, the headlights. Vossi is getting a little bit closer to Mark. That gap drops from 0.8 down to 0.4 as they head down towards the hairpin. Keeps it at 0.5 as well on the exit. Still Koenigschleiser and Ace Killer. Just a full attempt back. No, goes wrong through there. Vossi. He's going to be... Oh, he was lucky to keep that on the tarmac. Almost took Ace Killer out as well there. He's put him right in between Ace Killer and Beastie Bub. So that will have given Mart a bit of a break then. That gap extends to just over a second between himself and now Koenigschleiser. Oh, that's that done. It's now Ace Killer in second position. The different track and maybe the night time is really affecting some of these drivers. So that opens up Mart's lead up front then to 1.8 seconds with the departure of Koenigschleiser into the wall. Ace Killer then into second position. Ace Killer's opted for the soft tyres actually in race 2. Race 3. So he'll have to get those changed in this lap, although they're not looking too bad at the moment. Mediums on for Vossi in third then. Beastie in fourth. Koenigschleiser in fifth. Gudekerl now sixth. Right behind him, Popcorn Vectra now in seventh. 5 seconds off the pace. I think he's struggling a little bit here in the dark. And brand new Mammoth also struggling. Gone for the hard tyre option. Maybe looking to do all 3 laps on that setup. So the two BMWs get a little bit closer together. Mart, his 1.8 second lead drops to 0.8 of a second. Ace Killer closing that gap up. Vossi in third, still under pressure from Beastie Bub here. Gudekerl past Koenigschleiser. What can Gudekerl do then in this race? Oh, we see Koenigschleiser fall off the track again through there. Picked up a bit of damage on that Beetle as well. It's going to run it slow for a couple of corners. Gudekerl then in fifth. How far? What, 3 seconds off the back of Beastie? There he is. Koenigschleiser, Popcorn Vectra having a battle for 6th and 7th. Again, Koenigschleiser struggled here. He's been off track twice already in lap 1. Certainly taking his time here. So Ace Killer and Mart, that gap just creeps open again a tiny little bit, about a second between them. Nobody on track really behind them. 3 seconds back to Vossi. What is a Gudekerl going to do? Again, had a great start. Started from the back of the pack. Was third place by the time they got round at turn 1 into turn 2. Was piling some pressure on and then just got it all wrong and a little bit wide through one of the chicanes. Went, kept it out of the wall though. Falling even further back then, 4.4 seconds back to Vossi in third. As these two BMWs slowly but surely pull themselves away from the rest of the field. Ace Killer is just within slipstream range here. Is coming down pretty quickly as well. 5, is it going to be enough? Is Ace Killer even going to go for the move? little bit far back maybe to go for it. He's not going to go for it now, so he's going to be marked. Holds that lead at the end of lap 1. We'll see what's happening with the rest of the field in a second. So Mark does come in then. Ace Killer comes in as well. Vossi, he's on the mediums. He stays out. Beastie Bud behind him does come in. He's on the soft, so he'll get rid of those. Gouda Curl also comes in, drops those mediums off. Koenigschleiser also into the pits this lap. Potkind Vectra. Looking like he's coming in as well. He is. Brand new Mammoth. Still a fair way off those pits. So Vossi stays out then. His medium is looking phenomenal actually. Art's just been released now. Back out on a fresh set of medium tyres. Ace Killer comes out right behind him, also on a fresh set of medium tyres. These two set till the end then. Beastie Bub comes out fresh set of mediums. Full tank of fuel. Gouda Curl comes out right behind him. Fresh mediums, full tank of fuel. Koenigschleiser, same setup. Brand new. Opts not to pit this lap. Probably won't have to change tyres, but he will need fuel at the end of the next one. Popcorn just gets released then. Again, fresh set mediums, a full tank of fuel. So just Vossi and brand new Mammoth that haven't stopped so far. Vossi now with a 30-second lead on that set of semi-worn mediums. Can these boys drag that time down? Yes, they can. Slowly but surely, taking a couple of tenths out of Vossi's time. Curl also making up a position on the exit of the pits, gets himself past Beastie into 4th for Gouda Curl, then 5th for Beastie. Koenigschleiser in 6th, Potkind 7th, and Mammoth in 8th. So Vossi leads 29.3 seconds out front at the moment. I think he needs about 24-25 seconds to stay in front, or something like that for the pit stop. Might be a little bit longer, I don't know. But the BMWs behind are slowly eating into that time. 28.2 seconds the gap now. Might well work together as well, the BMWs. I don't think they'll battle, not properly. There is Gouda Curl in 4th and 11.5 seconds off the pace of Ace Killer. 39 seconds behind Vossi, but Vossi's got to pit, so either bring him right back into contention, or he'll fall in between a Mart and Ace Killer, or an Ace Killer and a Gouda Curl. Beastie then in 5th, unable to hang with the pace of Gouda Curl after he got overtaken. Koenigschleiser in 6th. That Beetle's been off track a couple of times. Potkind in 7th. Stopped at the end of lap 1, and brand new Mammoth hasn't stopped, so just race leader, and this man not pit stopped yet. On the hard tyre as well, Mammoth. Hopefully he's going to make those last for 3 laps. Just got to come in for fuel at the end of this one. Okay, so that time is being chopped into then. Vossi 26.5 seconds lead now. Now, admittedly, he won't have to spend as much time in the pits when he does come in, because he's only going to take on board enough fuel for a single lap. starting to eat into that time. So what can Vossi do then? Can he hold on to the pace and keep those two BMWs behind him on the exit of the pits? I think they're just going to slowly but surely creep up behind him though, in terms of you know, taking tenths out of that time. Curl loses a tiny bit of time to the BMWs, pulls a tiny bit further away from Beastie Bub. The gap between himself and Ace Killer was 11 seconds something, it's now 12.8. Beastie in 5th then, Koenigsschleiser sits. Only 2.5 seconds off the back of Beastie, so that fight could end up being bit of something before the end of this one. Potkind Vectra in 7th, 11 seconds off the back of Koenigsschleiser. And Mammut another 17 seconds behind him. And while we've been doing that, that time has been chopped down about another 2 seconds. 24.5 second lead now then for Vossi. Starting to get affected by very slight loss of traction around some of these turns. The amount of wear on those tyres is enough just to unsettle it. Okay, so a little mistake from Mark then, that's allowed Ace Killer through to take 2nd. They are still chopping into Vossi's time though regardless. Now down to 23.2 seconds. So it's only really Koenigsschleiser closing up on the back of Beastie, but he seems to be sort of almost identical pace. Gap's still at 2.7 seconds. Nobody else really very close on track at all. So it's all about whether these two work together or battle it out, and how quickly they close up on Vossi. That gap now down to 21.7 seconds as Vossi hits the mini carousel. He's got to come in for fuel at the end of this lap. He'll stick on a set of softs as well. I think he'd be daft not to. So that will give him a little bit of extra pace at the end. It all depends on how much time he gives away to Ace Killer and Mark. Just going through the mini carousel themselves, still making up time on him. 20.7 seconds now then. If they get close enough together, there'll possibly be a little bit of bump drafting between these two as well. Oh, both drivers almost going wide through there. Might not be close enough to get together for a little bit of bump drafting, so they won't be able to close the gap up using that bump draft, but they are still eating into Vossi's lead. The gap already down to 19.5 seconds as Vossi rounds that final turn and heads towards the pit line, or pit lane. Here comes Ace Killer and a Mart. Start finish straight now then. What's Vossi doing? Still having his tyres changed. Fuel going in now. Ace Killer and Mark both go through. Vossi still held in that pit box. He gets released now. Where's Gouda Curl? Oof. It's going to be damn close between these two. There is Vossi just released from the pit box down towards turn 1. And there is Gouda Curl. So tyres, yeah, he has got the softs on Vossi, so he can press those. Don't get me wrong, Vossi's going to do everything he can to close that gap up. Just 1.8 seconds between 4th and 3rd at the moment. Are the soft tyres going to be enough hold Gouda behind him. We'll see, but it is the two BMWs up front for this final lap. We've got plenty of fuel on board, tyres looking good as well. Again, Vossi in third, just come out of the pits with a fresh set of softs on. 13 seconds behind behind Mart, 14 seconds behind Ace Killer. And he is just pulling a little bit of time over Gouda Curl. Gouda Curl finds himself with a half a second penalty as well. That's going to affect any kind of chase on Vossi for that third. Beastie Bub holds fifth, still 5.5 seconds behind Gouda Curl. Koenigsschleiser not able to close up on Beastie then. That gap extends to 2.9 seconds. Potkind Vectra looks comfortable in 7th at the minute, not really making much headway towards Koenigsschleiser as we enter this final lap. Brand new in the pits, just taking on board his fuel as well. He's opted for a fresh set of hard tyres. I don't know why he would have stuck hards on for this last lap. Or opted for the softs for the last lap. But each to their own. So on to the Nordschleife now then for Ace Killer, for Mart, for Vossi, Gouda Curl, Beastie. Still not everybody on here yet, is there? Koenigsschleiser is here, Potkind's here. Just wait for this man to hit the Nords. Be then between the two BMWs. So one's a little bit wide through there. Starting to look better and better for Ace Killer in race 3. Absolutely no sign of a Vossi behind them. 12.6 seconds behind these two BMWs. So let me just go and see what Gouda Curl was doing. Unfortunately, he's picked up more penalties here. The semi-wall mediums no match for the fresh set of softs on board that Vossi's got. That's not him parked in a wall. Yeah, the softs still hooking up then, still allowing him to pull more time than Gouda Curl. Gouda Curl now with 1.5 seconds penalty. Should still hold on to that. Beastie Bub 7 seconds behind him. Koenigsschleiser actually making up a bit of time on Beastie. That gap goes down to 1.8 seconds. Nothing in it really between those two then. Potkind 12 seconds behind Koenigsschleiser now. And brand new Mammoth 1 minute 37 behind Potkind already. It's pretty much 2 minutes off of race leader. These two still absolutely neck and neck, just a second in it between them again still. So it's whatever happens between these two, and then whatever happens between, well, it was going to be these two, but Koenigsschleiser's decided he doesn't want to see us have any more racing on track, so he's decided to drop back from Beastie. He hasn't, he's just made a mistake somewhere. So from a 1.8 second gap between himself and Beastie, it's now 5.7. So that could be that battle over and done with. Ace Killer still opening the gap up front as well, 1.2 seconds between himself and Mark. looking like it's going to be a win for Ace Killer though. Just finding a tiny little bit of extra time here at this circuit. Maybe Mark just not quite giving it as much. Maybe quite happy with second place. Ace Killer to take the win. It's not over yet though, still a few corners to go. Excuse me. That better not be hantavirus. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Ooh, Mark. Gather it up. Gather it up. He does just picks up a little bit of damage, but he should be safe for that. That does give Ace Killer now absolutely free rein. 4 seconds gap between himself and Mark. There is Vossi. Look at the gap still between him and Gouda Curl. Gouda Curl giving us a swerve across the track while he loses his penalty. But it is going to be this man that takes the win in race 3 tonight. Ace Killer. Ooh, avoiding the cone. Taking the win. Mark coming home. Oh, is he? He's coming in the pits. He's out of fuel. I don't know whether Vossi beats him. I think he does. Yeah, Mark just crosses the line, takes 3rd. What a shame. Ran out of fuel, and then Gouda Curl is going to come home and take 4th. A proper yo-yo ride for Gouda Curl in this one. Beastie Bub taking 5th. Koenigschleiser will come home for 6th. It's your cone, Koenigschleiser. You launched that into the track when you came in the pits. Kind of Vectra will take 7th. And I don't think we're going to see brand new Mammoth cross the line yet again. Kind in that 7th position then, and we just wait for brand new. He's not even on the Dottinger straight yet. But yeah, Gouda Curl started at the back of the pack, off the line, managed to vault his way into 3rd by the time they got out of turn 2. And then, where would it have been? Turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back turn 8. Just dipped a wheel onto the gravel. And that Aston got a little bit loose. Across the grass it went. Maybe. Yeah, Victor might have forgotten he started the race, yeah. He might well have done. Yeah, dipped his wheel on the sand, old Gouda Curl, and away he went. Ended up in 7th. We weren't even off the 24 hour. We weren't even off the GP circuit at the end of lap 1, and he dropped himself to 7th. So decent result to come back to 4th. It was Ace Killer taking that win. So one more to go then. Who else has joined the room? Oh. Oh, okay. P. Van Dyck, 84. I know it's Dyke, but it says Dick. Okay, so I'm going to show you again, because the boys, as you can see by the title, it was a box opening. Sent me a little medallion thing with Just for Fun Driving Club and the logo. Picture of the Nordschleife on there. Just for Fun Driving Club. Don't read that bottom word. Don't read that bottom bit. My logo at the top. Come on. Get a little bit. This bonkers thing, which is an actual PlayStation 5, mini PlayStation 5, look. Come on camera. Just for fun on it. Top streamer. My logo. Just sent me that, which has got the Nordschleife racetrack on it as well. And then this crazy bottle opener. It's all 3D printed. Bonkers. That's got my logo on it as well. Crazy. So yeah, I've been showing those off all night. We've lost a Vossi as well. Okay, 7 drivers for the final race. I've showed the goodies. Oh. So yeah, just 7 then, unless other drivers are going to suddenly appear. Again, the same as last week. It seems to be that drivers appear when the race has started. Nobody's joining right now, but throughout that race and the previous race, there were names coming in, and so has joined the room. And the second they see it's halfway through a race, you see it so and so has left the room. It's like, all right, okay, I get that you don't want to sit around for 15-20 minutes waiting for a race to finish, but then where the bloody hell are you all when the race is finished and we're waiting and there's only 7 drivers? Where are you all coming back? Damn it. Oosh. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining. Now then, tyre wear and fuel depletion are dropped all the way down to ×2, so that might just mean it's an absolute thrashathon round here with no pit stops. I don't quite know whether you can get away with it. But we'll see. Can you do full 3 laps on ×2? Possibly. Could potentially. You boys would know better than me though, so if you do know, let me know. You think you can get away with it? Core blimey, look at it. Can you get away with 3 laps at ×2 fuel? What about tyres? Mediums, will they do it? Will they do 3 laps? I think they will. It's just all about who can keep it on track in this wet conditions. I can imagine they're all on, well, looking at it, they better all be on full wets, to be honest. Also, don't know if it's going to be reverse grid. It seems to be in the last couple of weeks we've done it. The last race is just as you see it on screen there. P. Van Dyke up top. Brand new. Oh, that is reverse grid, looking at it. Yeah, because Vossi's left, Mark's left. Okay, so yeah, reverse grid still. But a lot of the time for the final race, it is just however the lobby order is, it gets started as. So we'll see how everyone gets on. Final race in the rain, in the dark. Yep, it's tipping it down. I don't know why Gouda Curl's car is jumping around. It is absolutely lashing it down. This is going to be fun into turn one. In fact, all of this GP circuit is going to be an absolute mare. It's been tricky for the boys anyway, but in these conditions, Pete Van Dyke getting away pretty well. Nobody could see him, you see. That's why P Van Dyck in the camouflage. Gets turn one good enough. Potkind through. Koenigsleiser through. Beastie Bug, brand new. What? Why is there only 5 drivers? I don't know if there's going to be a restart or not. We've lost half the drivers. Yes, restart. Okay. Restart. Brand new Mammoth's having none of it. Screw you guys, I'm going to win this race. He's going to say, you lot have decided to chip off. I'm going to carry on. Come on, brand new. There we go. He must realise at some point that there's nobody else on track. So yeah, not sure what happened there. Maybe we'll start from the back of the pack when we have the restart. How bizarre. Okay. Try that again. Let's have a look from this angle then. We get to see all 7 drivers heading down towards turn 1. Lights go on then. No. No. What? What is going on? Brand new's had enough. Screw you guys, he said. Faffing around. I bet he's had 2 wicked race starts and you lot have screwed him over. All check your tyres. Surely you don't care, Beastie. Let people have softs on if they want. Ah, okay, brand new's coming back then. I wonder if he's got connection issues. Oh, did Ace Killer decide he was going to be on softs? Did he not change tyres? Maniac. What an absolute maniac. So good, still absolutely tipping it down. Oh, somebody's going backwards. So 2 restarts for this final race. Again, not too sure why it all went wrong. Maybe driver's not quite on the right tyre. Okay. Try again. Struggling a little bit to get him off the line. Beastie going a little bit deep through there. Brand new taking his time. Oh, he's stumped on the throttle a little bit early. Around he goes. Okay, so it is P. Van Dyke then that leads this race at the moment. Look at the weather. See the spray off the back of P. Van Dyke's car. That got to be absolute chaos. There's headlights all over the place. Koenigsschleiser in second. Pockheim Vector third. Good Curl in fourth. Ace Killer fifth. Beastie in sixth. Brand new Mammoth in seventh. Again, I assume everybody's on the full wet tyres, but we'll have a quick flick through as we go and just keep an eye on that. The majority of drivers I've seen so far have been on the full wet, so it's wets on for first, wets on for second, wet tyres on for Good Curl third, wet tyres on for Ace Killer in fourth, full wets for Beastie, full wets for Pockheim. Yeah, the whole grid on full wets as to be expected. Van Dyke then. Look at the spray. Look at the spray. Good Curl's wiper going absolutely crazy trying to keep that thing clear. Can't pass Koenigsschleiser through there either. Oh, he gets a little bit wrong. Almost drives into the GP circuit pit lane. Still struggling to get the power down in that Aston. Everybody tentative with the throttle then. Onto the Nords. Koenigsschleiser almost off track through there. Good Curl having a little look, but nowhere to go. Schleiser getting it all wrong through there. That's opened the door for Good Curl and Ace Killer. Not quite. He did have a wing up the inside, but he wasn't able to carry the speed through. Koenigsschleiser then holds on to that third position. Ace Killer tries to get the drive around the outside of him. Gets it done as well. What a move by Ace Killer. Just headlights and name tags at the minute, unfortunately, people. Everybody getting their braking right into the hairpin as well. It's all about chasing this man down at the minute. P. Van Dyke 84 under all sorts of pressure from Good Curl. Has had to take avoiding action. He's ended up off track. That has allowed Koenigsschleiser and Beastie Bug through. He's Killer back on track, but in fifth. He'll be fuming in that BMW. Nowhere to go then for Good Curl. P. Van Dyke making that Mustang as wide as it needs to be to keep him behind him. Hear how loose and how much they're having to play with the throttle and brakes and stuff. Change steering angle as the wet tyres just give out under these damp conditions. Has physically stopped raining now though, so track could dry out before the end of the race. Could still be raining on the far side of the circuit though. So it is P. Van Dyck. Oh, we've got a spin up, It's Beastie Bub who's gone round. P. Van Dyck then in the lead of the race, being hounded by Gouda. He'll get his way past at some point. He's all over the back of that first place driver. Koenigsschleiser under threat again then from Ace Killer. Ace Killer through. Koenigsschleiser just giving him that. I think he knows Ace Killer's a quicker driver, doesn't want to hold him up, so allows him through. Koenigsschleiser drops to 4th then. Beastie was the driver spinning round we saw on track. He's back on track but drops to 5th and a long way off of Koenigsschleiser as well. 5.5 seconds. He's got some work cut out. Potkind Vetra has had a terrible last race as well. 14.3 seconds off the pace at the moment. And then brand new Mammoth is another 7.7 seconds behind him. But it has definitely stopped raining here. No more wipers on, no more water on those windscreens. Just start to see that little dry line. Mammoth's at the back of the pack, so obviously now it's stopped raining, a few drivers have come through. You can just see that little bit of lighter grey as this track begins to dry out. I can assume the majority of drivers will opt to drop in the pits. Race lead change, I've missed that. Gouda Curl, it was bound to happen. He was all over the back of P. Van Dyck. So with the track drying out, will it dry out enough for these drivers at the front to opt for a set of race tyres? Will they stick a set of intermediates on? As you look at the track from this perspective, there isn't a dry line at the minute. The circuit is still sopping wet, and obviously no other cars have gone over it, therefore not lifted that liquid off. Whereas if we jump back to brand new Mammoth again, there is that dry line starting to appear. So Mammoth is almost in the better position here because he can see that dry line appearing. He can see that he potentially should go for a set of race tyres. Also in a very similar position. You can definitely see that dry line appearing there. Look, no more liquid on the circuit. Let's just jump back to the guys at the front. It's still exactly the same, full wet across the whole of the circuit. What'll it be? Will they opt to go for a race tyre at the end of lap 1, or will they go for maybe an inter for another lap? Still puddles here. Again, by the time Mammoth hits this, there might not be a puddle there. Curl then round the Swallowtail onto the Dottinger Straight. Plenty of moisture left on the circuit at the moment. 1.3 second lead for Gouda. Ace Killer in second, P. Van Dyck in third, then losing another position. Koenigsschleiser fourth, being pushed along this circuit by Beastie Bub. Literally, bonk, boink. And another one for good measure, boink, sending them closer and closer to P. Van Dyck in third, boink. The dry line has showed its ugly face here though. Let's just jump to the front. What are these drivers going to do? Still wet here though at the front. It's not physics, it's not real physics here, people. Oh, okay. Gouda Curl stays out. Ace Killer stays out. Brave choice. The dry line now, if they start hitting that, it's going to absolutely devastate these wets. You will see them if the line is fully available. They will drive on the wet parts of the circuit to try and keep these tyres cool. It's P. Van Dijk that can see the dry line. The two drivers in front pretty much, oh you can just, in certain parts you can see it drying out a tiny little bit. Look at this for Van Dijk. Light grey versus dark grey tarmac here. Still out on those wet tyres. They are going to heat up rapidly. Now there's no water on the circuit. Koenigsschleiser stopped out as well. You can see him peeling over to the right there. Hit that wet stuff. Try and keep the tyres cool. Beastie Bub's binning out on a fresh set of softs. Now, good choice if he can keep to that very, very dry line. If he goes off circuit, tries to put any kind of power down, braking on those points, stuff like that, this Porsche will be round in a second. Hamlet stays out on the wets as well. You can see almost half worn already. Potkind Vectra. So he's done exactly what I thought Beastie Bub's done. He's put a set of softs on, but he's picked up some water somewhere, and those softs do not like the wet. So around he's gone. Spinning himself off circuit, unfortunately. Okay, so Goudekerl still with a little bit of moisture on this track, look. But again, now a dry line. You will see him on the straighter sections just try and pick up a little bit of that wet part of the track. So much down here, obviously wants full race pace. Ace Killer sticking right there with him though. So around these next two corners you should see them. It's a pretty straight section. You will see them look for that wet part of the track. Try and aim for it a little bit over there. Back on this side, look. Wet tyres on this side. Decides not to opt for the inside through that one, nor does Ace Killer. You'll see these wets start to absolutely light themselves up when they hit the full dry. The sun's out now as well. This track is going to dry up rapidly now. They're in that bright sunshine. Visible, clear, dry line now. Ace Killer sticking with Goudekerl. First and second then for those two. Van Dijk in third, also on that wet tyre. They'll be screaming out to be changed by the end of this race. Koenigsschleiser stays out on the wets as well. Beastie Bub out on that soft tyre. What is he? 40 seconds behind race leader, 26 seconds behind Koenigsschleiser. We'll go and have a quick look back at him to see if he's managed to bring that time down. Brand new in sixth. Potkind struggling on that soft set of tyres. He's finding the bits of water somewhere, causing that BMW to spin off track. So Beastie, are you making up any time on those softs? Was it the right call? 40.4 seconds behind race leader. 25. Ooh. No, I think Koenigsschleiser, yes, I was going to say, I think Koenigsschleiser's either crashed or driven himself off track. That time came down far too quickly. 26 seconds, it's down to 17. Not down to the tyres. Well, it might be down to Koenigsschleiser's tyres, not to Beastie Bub's. They don't make up 9 seconds. BMWs of Potkind and Brand New back together. Goudekerl starting to pull a little bit of a gap between himself and Ace Killer now. That gap at 2.6 seconds. Wet tyres should just about last them to the end of lap 2. Van Dijk holding third position, big gap behind him, 21 seconds back to Koenigsschleiser. He's just been off track. Again, tyres heating up rapidly. The wet tyres on the dry don't work well at all. He's off track through there as well, Koenigsschleiser. Having a mare of it. That's going to bring Beastie right up his rear end then. This could make it tricky for Beastie. If he does close that gap up on Koenigsschleiser and go for an overtake, he's got to try and make sure he sticks to the dry part of this circuit whilst going for that overtake, or it could be disaster for him. 6 seconds behind Koenigsschleiser now. Can we see him? Just yet. Taking his time through there, Beastie Bull, but I don't blame him either. But he is taking chunks out of Koenigsschleiser's time. They got down to 5.3 seconds now. There he is. 4.2 seconds now. Koenigsschleiser's not having a great lap this time. Kind as well, not getting on too well. Same for Brand New. Wet's absolutely devastated on Brand New's. Soft's looking alright for Potkind at the moment. So, Goudekerl still stretching that gap out front, 3.2 seconds over Ace Killer. A little bit more wear on Ace Killer's tyres than Goudekerl's. P. Van Dijk looking alright for third at the minute. Commentator's curse kicking in. So Beastie is past Koenigsschleiser then. 6 seconds turns to nothing. Now the next question is, I think Beastie's got enough fuel to do last lap as well. I don't think he's got to come in the pits. 39 seconds off of Goudekerl. There is Ace Killer and Goudekerl both hitting that wet part of the circuit. Won't be overly bothered about keeping those tyres cool at this point in the lap. Got about 4.7 though, Goudekerl. Just making those wets work for him. Thought he's going to opt for to stay out on the wets. No, he's not. He comes in. Ace Killer probably going to come in as well. He definitely needs a set of tyres. P. Van Dijk also heading down towards pit lane. Beastie hasn't got to stop. Those soft tyres are looking pretty good. They should last him another lap. Again, he's just got to stick to that light grey patch, not the dark grey bit. Goudekerl already out though. He's hit the wet though. That's the mistake he's made. Ace Killer almost making the same mistake. Van Dijk out on the softs as well, just gets overtaken by Beastie. Again, he's had a little bit of practice. He's had a lap's practice over everybody else. Can he hold on to that third? So top four now have all dropped onto a set of soft tyres. Potkind is on the soft tyres as well. He was on the previous lap. Koenigsschleiser comes out with a fresh set of softs and then automatically, instantly drives over the wet and then can't stop that car and drives himself off track. Brand New into the pits. we lost a driver from this race? We're down to 7. Did we start with 7? I thought we had 8. So the gap remains about the same between first and second, 3.5 seconds as it stands. And this is last lap of the evening, people. Can Ace Killer close up on Gouda Curl? Is Gouda Curl going to stay on the dry part of the circuit? Stop trying to throw that thing into a wall. Ace Killer second, then Beastie in fourth now. So getting a couple of corners wrong. I think he got the chicane a little bit wrong. So slow out of that. Which allowed P. Van Dyck back through. Beastie Bub then drops to 4th. Potkind 5th. Koenigschleiser 6th. Brand new. Back out of the pits then. Oh, he's gone for a full tank of fuel. You didn't need to take that much on, brand new. So you've wasted time in the pits and you carry an extra weight. And the wet tyres, the soft tyres on the wet isn't helping you out one little bit either. Gouda Curl might make it 2 race wins here tonight then. Ace Killer doesn't seem to have the pace to stick it to him. 4.2 seconds the gap now. Beastie's not letting this one go though. Should be a good battle between these two. Slightly fresher tyres, well, a lap fresher tyres on for P. Van Dyck. But there's not a lot of wear on Beastie Bub's tyres, to be perfectly honest, so they're not too far off each other. Let's just flick forward to Van Dyck. Oh, Gouda Curl! I just saw Ace Killer and Gouda Curl's names flick around. Gouda Curl gets it all wrong. Ace Killer now has the 3-second lead. Positions are fully swapped then. So back to these two. Beastie Bub all over the back of P. Van Dyck. Just having a look at P. Van Dyck's tyres. Look, there's a little bit of wear on them, but nothing like Beastie's. Again, he's done an extra lap. Keep him a little bit cool in the water as well, where he's needed to. Save them a tiny bit, so it should be a good race between those two. Potkind, oh no. Potkind, oh no, the wets have caught him out. He's found a little bit of moisture on this circuit. He's managed to spin that BMW round. Front and rear damage on that thing. Looks like Koenigschleiser might have done a similar thing, but earlier. 30 seconds behind Potkind. There is brand new Mammoth on those softs. Stick to the light grey bit, stick to the light grey bit. So Ace Killer then leads. Will he take a race win? Gouda Curl is already closing that gap back up on him. That 3 seconds is already down to 1.6. Is it going to be enough? Still slipstream range for these two. Potkind way off the pace then. He's going to have to settle for 5th. Unless he keeps throwing that into a wall, and Koenigschleiser might take that position off him. That all depends on if he can keep it out of a wall. Brand new Mammoth, just happy to be alive, I think, at the moment. Ace Killer doing a half decent job at the minute. 2.3 seconds still. He holds over Gouda. Opened that time up massively actually, Ace Killer, just through there. 3.7 seconds. That could be it all over though. Oh no, he's managed to hold on to the drift, Ace Killer. quarter of this lap to go then. Ace Killer then with 3-second lead over Gouda Curl. He's led this one pretty much from the start. Little mistake those cost him. Oh, he's trying his absolute hardest, and unfortunately it's catching him out at every opportunity. He loses the tail end on that Aston again as he hunts down Ace Killer. Again, he's had a couple of near misses, Gouda Curl. He's managed to hold on to every single one of them. He's not put it in the wall or had that thing backwards, so fair play to him. He is starting to chomp back into Ace Killer's time now though, but that could be half the problem. He's trying to drive this thing too hard. Corners here, needs to be tucked right under Ace Killer's rear wing when they hit the Dottinger straight, but there's still 2 seconds gap between them. Ace Killer through the mini carousel then up towards the Swallowtail. That gap is coming down pretty rapidly actually. Gouda Curl not taking this final race laying down. He does get himself into slipstream range as they hit the Dottinger straight. A little bit off track there. The gap opens up a tiny bit again. It's going to be so close. Slipstream working? No, it's not. That gap getting very slightly bigger by the thousandth. It does just dip over that 1 second mark. No slipstream then for Gouda Curl. Ace Killer in front. Unless he gets the next few corners wrong, it's going to be a win in the bag for him. Last corner to go. Through there cleanly, stamps on the throttle all the way to the line then, and it's a win in the bag for Ace Killer. Gouda Curl chases him down towards the line, but it's not to be. Second place for him. It's a good effort, but just has to settle that little mistake halfway around lap 3 there. Cost him the race win. P. Van Dyck did hold on to third. I thought Beastie Bub was close enough that he might take that position back, but obviously not. Beastie Bub comes home in fourth then. Potkind will take fifth. Again, unless he bins it in these last few corners. Königsschleiser 10 seconds behind him. Giving the cameraman some work, swerving across the track. There he is, Potkind Vectra then crossing the line and taking 5th position. Taking that 6th place. And then again, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Brand New Mammoth across the line at all tonight. A little bit too far back. There we go. That's 2 pints of whiskey and coke. We're still good. Where's he going to get to? Oh, there. He's going to get exactly there. It's where he's going to get to before the race cuts him off. But there he is, Ace Killer on the top spot then for the final race of the evening. Nope. That's what you meant to be clicking. There it is, Ace Killer on top then. Gouda Curl second, P. Van Dyck in third. Beastie in fourth, Potkind 5th, Königsschleiser 6th, and Brand New Mammoth in 7th. We didn't get any DNFs. I thought we started with 8, but never mind. So, again, just before we dip out of this one, I'll show you what the boys have sent me. In fact, now the race is done, I can yoink. There we go. Look, there you go. Ew, there's my massive face. Look. Just for fun driving. Look at that. It's not picking up all the detail. An actual PlayStation 5, 3D printed PlayStation 5 with that on, top streamer, dark smoker. That's me. That's me, that is. Don't read that top bit. Shit the bed. Thrown it on the floor. He's thrown it so far he can't even find it. Where's he gone? Oh my god, it's gone for a Burton. It's gone. It's under something. I'll have to dig that out in a second. Oh my god, fancy doing that. And then that as well. Bottle opener. My logo on it. All 3D printed. That thing's hollow. How mad's that? So yeah, that's what the early stream was all about. The box opening for the boys. Send me that stuff. Don't call me that. It's not very nice. Duco at all. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, boys. Again, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.